Maybe you were laid up sick in bed. Maybe you woke up and your goldfish was dead. You might be getting older and you just can't drive at night. There's a lot of reasons that you might have missed church, but you can still dig into the Word. So pull up a chair and open up your mind to Rock Mountain Live. Rock Mountain Live, it's time to thrive. Don't hit the snooze, we got good news. Oh, Rock Mountain Live.
Hey, welcome into Rock Mountain Live. This is the best low budget, high content podcast east of the Mississippi River.
Since the invention of the iPhone.
Yeah.
No, wait. The Palm Pilot.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember that.
Yeah, we do this better than anybody else, except for the fact that we hold the whole thing together with duct tape. This is like the duct tape podcast, you know. Powers Tidmore, our good friend who's been on the podcast, came in yesterday. He wanted to see how we set it up because Bellevue's thinking about doing something similar, and I said, man, this is Wayne's World. It's like there's the iPhone, you got the mic, we got the every.
I like the reference.
Let's piece it all together.
If that really is your name, Powers Tidmore.
That's right. But we do love it. Hey, and we got the inestimable Paige Dollar with us this morning.
Inestimable.
Yeah, sitting over there in the seat of Jason R. Rice. Jason,
Be estimated.
Yeah, Jason, wherever you are, we miss you this morning.
I feel like it needs to be inestimably fill in the blank. Paige Dollar.
Okay. I don't know my grammar that well, so I'll whatever you say.
No, inestimable works.
Oh, okay.
But it also leaves you scratching your head. Like, what does that even mean
What
about
does
Paige?
it mean? Is it good or bad?
I think it means you can't put a price on you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're worth more than...
Inestimably. That's not a word either. Let's move on.
We got a great start.
Yeah. Hey, and welcome into everybody. Welcome to Jan and Cindy. We see you guys commenting already. We appreciate all of the likes and the comments and the shares and anything you can do to help promote the podcast because, hey, let's go right into Do Share and we'll talk a little bit about this.
Do share it.
We got a lot to do share. Yeah, just a little word about the podcast. You know, we kind of batting around ideas and thought, well, it's gone on long enough now maybe to have its own home on Facebook. So here it is. You can see it on the screen. The Rock Mountain Live dedicated Facebook page, blah, blah, blah. There it is. So I got it all set up and was really happy with the way it looked.
It looks great.
Kind of love that.
Those headers can be tricky.
Yeah. Live streaming every Friday at 7 a.m., So anyway, it was really great. It kind of worked out. So then I got in, and in fact, when Powers was here yesterday, I said, we're going to be on our new dedicated Facebook page. And I pulled it up to show him how to go live, and it said, you can't go live yet because you haven't been, this page is not at least 60 days old, and you don't have 100 followers.
Yeah, we don't know you.
Yeah.
You bot.
That's right. That's right. So to block us out, Facebook has set these barriers up, and I thought, well, we need people's help then. We need the help of people. Which raises the question, some of you may be asking, do you really want Rock Mountain Live to be promoted, to go further, to grow? And that's a tough question. I don't know. Not really. I don't care. Do you care? I mean,
I would like to see more people be aware that you're doing this, and that we're doing this.
Yeah, sure. I think to the degree that we're trying to turn people onto the Bible and onto the Lord and the Lord's ways, then sure, of course, we would like for it to grow and get a little bigger. Why not? It could really help somebody out there. We talk about good things, good Bible discussions, try to bring a little laughter on a Friday morning, good positive vibes. Why not? But we can't do it without you. The way all this works in the modern day is we need people to watch. To watch and listen all the way through if you possibly can from beginning to end. The algorithm loves that, just thinks that's the best thing ever. If you can't watch all the way through, give us 5 or 10 minutes, that sort of thing. Like, be a follower, comment, any comment you put, they love that. That I don't know why, but whatever. So, hey, thanks for helping us
Retention
out.
is big.
Yeah, retention's big. So you can help evangelize to the ends of the earth by just watching Rock Mountain Live. That could be your contribution to global evangelism.
Let's say that's my kind of evangelism. I'll watch that.
Watch Rock Mountain.
Stuck with it. Retention's big with me. My algorithm too with my kids. Hey, over here.
Hey, look here, son. Goodness,
They've already
give me more than 10 seconds.
they've already clicked off.
Fast. Also, we're happy to announce the new dedicated Facebook page. Need 100 followers there, but we also have the new Rock Mountain Live YouTube channel to go along with that, and so that is set up and running. We have last week's episode on there now, and so there we are with Jason. And I noticed, by the way, in that red shirt, I look real fat in that red shirt.
I don't think so.
I think I look chubby in that red shirt. So,
I didn't think y'all talked about things like that.
well, look at it. I mean, the gut.
I talk about obesity a lot. But it's mostly mine.
Me too.
Talk about trying to get rid of obesity a lot.
I think I even said something just last week about fat people. But I was talking about me. Yeah.
You did. You said, you're all fat, but not as fat as me. That's how you
Something
said it.
along those lines.
You said
yeah.
something like that. Hey, Beth.
I was like, I don't know what
Good
other
Friday
fat
morning.
people do, but here's what I do.
Look, Beth, Mabry Madison's doing her part for world evangelism. She's watching and has commented.
I'm
And
telling
Joe
you.
Chesser.
Joe's going to get
The
it.
gospel's going to the ends of the earth now.
Joe heard evangelism and he's on it.
That's right.
And we're not preaching the gospel every week per se, but we are focused on the Bible every week. And I
Well, we
think
need the equivalent of
gospel-
an I voted sticker.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right. That's true.
I evangelize.
Amen. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And this is where all the new episodes will be archived on the Rock Mountain Live YouTube channel. So we're trying to do it all. All right. And again, thanks for going here. You can just look up Rock Mountain Live and hitting that follow button.
I'm waiting to see it change.
And we really appreciate
So
that.
far, nobody's.
I'm
Yeah.
going to. I'm going to.
We really, even Gavin hasn't done it yet.
I aim
it's-
to.
It's all brand new.
It is.
Yeah. So anyway, great to have a little podcast, a little beloved podcast, and who knows what the Lord will do with it in 2026. We'll just have to wait and see. But enough of that.
Sure.
Hey, it's been busy at Flint Hill this week. Let's turn our attention to church
It's
life.
been wild.
What if you guys had a great little conference over there?
We
didn't you?
did. We began 2026 wide open, and we had we called it the Renew Conference. It was spiritual renewal. Brought in Rick Fisher from Blackaby International Ministries. And Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday midday, Sunday morning, Sunday night, it was a lot. But it was great. It was really good. He was like he was just like a guy that you've known all your life. He said he grew up so far out in the country, he had to go towards town to hunt.
That's good.
It was right.
Yeah, I like that.
And then this weekend we're having a women's conference where Kim Taylor from Freedom in Christ Ministries will be
Shout
at
out
our
to Kim.
church.
Shout out to Freedom in Christ.
And I wouldn't be there, but I'll be there at the ladies' conference because I'm
you work there.
predictably helping with
Sound.
music.
How do
and
we
worship.
how do we do this? How do we do that? Gavin knows. Call Gavin. He
Gavin
knows.
Can sing.
Hey, for real, I haven't. If anybody out there knows, I don't think there's any way to embed right now media videos into a presentation software. But that's been requested of me as well, and I can't figure it out.
Anybody can help Gavin out. Give him a shout. Yeah,
Even the machines can't tell me.
yeah.
But anyways, lots of things happening.
On the-
all very good.
On the first conference, the Fisher, that's Blackaby Ministries. I mean, that's Henry Blackaby. That's the
that's right.
experiencing God was such a huge thing back in the
Yep.
I guess the 90s. Whenever it was.
So Henry, right, he's with the Lord now. His son Richard Our church staff spent a little time with him a couple of years ago and have gotten to know him. And so Rick Fisher is the vice president, maybe, of Blackaby.
Okay.
They all make their home up there in Greenville, South Carolina. It was
Our
great.
buddy Brian
Really great
Branham,
stuff.
Brian, who sometimes catches us here on Rock Mountain Live, he has his own podcast at his church, Liberty Baptist Church, over in Georgia. I always forget the exact.
Atlanta.
No, it's maybe Dalton.
Augusta.
But anyway, you can find him. But I think Brian is going to interview Richard Blackaby or Mike Blackaby. Is there another Blackaby?
There is, but Richard is kind of the face of Blackaby Ministries.
Okay, yeah.
Listen, he has we were just talking, I believe, off mic, about how
Turn that thing
Pastor Jason Dollar doesn't listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
Richard Blackaby has, it's called like Experiencing God Daily or something, 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's almost like a little audio devotion. It's excellent.
Good stuff.
It's excellent.
Yeah. That it's always been great. The Blackaby material has always been so great. And,
You know, one of the things that he opened my eyes to, and this is just like, it wasn't any part of a sermon or teaching, but Richard was up talking at a thing I was at, and he was talking about prayer, and he said this is one of his dad's pet peeves when he would say people would pray, Lord, just be with us.
yeah.
And he was like, he is.
He's there.
And so I've been cognizant of that ever since he was,
I like that.
Lord, just be with us.
I like that. So yeah, and
He's
Brian.
like, Emmanuel, it's God with us.
Yeah, that's right. If Brian, if you jump in, if you happen to jump in, make sure you comment there and let folks know about that interview.
Oh, yeah,
so
Brian.
Brian Branham, yeah. So we've got a great top 7 today. At least I think it's a great one. But I want to say that when we finish that and read our Isaiah, which is really good, it's Hezekiah's sickness and how God expanded his life. It's not very long, so if you're worried about that. But anyway, that's good. But in Ephesians, we're going to be talking about parenting. Ephesians chapter 6, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. 5th commandment and all that. So that's coming up shortly. Hang in there if you need any help with parenting.
That's right. Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about.
So that's coming up. But we've got the top 7 now. But before we do the top 7, we've got Paige over here. And Paige is, I remember when we first started dating, circa 96, 97, 98. And all around your home, I remember seeing Henry Blackaby's material, Experiencing God. Your parents were...
It's good stuff.
It was a Cobb Heights mainstay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you ever go through it? Did we go through it together?
I did.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah. Wake up, Paige.
I know.
I
Let's get that girl
essentially
some
agree
coffee.
with his view of God's will. I basically agree with
Is
it.
it a Bible study? Like a
Basically,
devotion?
It is. It's like a
I feel
book
like
that you work through.
Cahaba
It was a
Heights
word book.
went through,
Yeah.
but I could be wrong. And
It was a
I
big
don't know
workbook.
that I would have been a part of it because I was in the youth group.
All right, well, let's see if you
But-
can finish this sentence. Find out where God is at work.
And join him.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the big
I know.
thing.
Yeah.
That's a big, and so that's it. The will of God is that you semi agree with.
I pretty much agree with
I feel like
I like it. I've always thought that
not
was a
really
great
agree.
statement.
It
people
is.
say I don't know about experiencing God,
But you
but I do. I do.
I agree with that.
Hit
Yeah.
me again. What else you got?
That's the only one I remember. But you just had a
That's
know.
the main thing about, there's more to it.
Yeah.
Of course, one of the big statements is everything in life hinges on an intimate personal relationship
Yeah.
with the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, he really, when I look back and I remember thinking, what's so radical about this that people just love it and want to be in it? Because he was saying things that are just basically Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is?
God is real. He's actually there. Things like that.
It's kind of like, did you ever read, this was a big book, maybe still is, Stephen Covey, who's a Mormon, but this is not a spiritual
No.
book. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective
Yeah,
People.
sure, I know the book.
Those are not earth-shattering either. They're just
Right.
very, like,
stating the
distilled
obvious.
down to, that's it.
Maybe that's the best way to teach something.
Pro-
Just say
Yeah.
what it is you're trying to teach.
Just tell me straight.
Somebody
I like
said
that.
somebody said that Albert Einstein said that unless you can explain it like a 5-year-old, you don't understand it.
Oh.
Somebody said that Albert Einstein said.
Well, it's
No, I
one of
think it
those.
was one more.
Yeah. Somebody said that somebody said that on Goodreads, somebody said
Yeah.
that Albert Einstein said. Really?
Speaking of distilling things down, that's what we're going to do on the top 7 list today. This is the top 7 things that take way longer than they should, and this is a really distilled down list.
I haven't looked at it once.
None of these are very long. They're all very short.
I feel like it's my whole life.
Yeah, and they're not.
Everything takes longer than it should.
I think everybody can relate to it, and they're not.
Taxes.
And if ever it doesn't, I get scared. I'm like, I missed something.
It's kind of.
I didn't do something.
It's sort of like Murphy's Law in the sense that if things can go wrong, they will go wrong, and that's why these things take much longer than they should, even though they're just very simple parts of life. And hey, maybe you're watching out there and you can relate to these, but number 7, as we count these down, just sending a quick text.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially
I'm officially old.
if you're driving.
Because I am, like, it's hard now.
Yeah, I don't have my phone with
And
me.
Riley told me, because I was texting, and I said, this is taking so long. She was like, you're doing it with one hand. It's like, you use 2? I don't know how to do that. I'm old.
I'm like Dracula
so
too.
sad. Yes, he is, like, on hotel. He's like this.
A little nervous, son?
No, it's his fingernails. He uses his fingernails to touch.
It's never
It's so
quick.
bad.
And you put in like hello, and you're looking up at the 3 words to see if it'll give you hello. So you're like H, and it's no, E, L, and then it's like hell. No, I'm not.
That's not what I meant to say.
I want hello. And it could be 10 minutes sending
Texting
that
is
quick
bad.
text.
Hey, listen, I actually don't relate to this because I consider myself the world's fastest texter.
But
Oh,
is
really?
it accurate? Do you
Yeah.
say what you need to say?
I'm a swipe texter. I swipe text.
I need that in my life, but it never says what.
The only thing
Nothing
that
can
happens,
translate what's going on.
However,
in here.
every time I text you, we're gonna play disc
Yeah.
golf. For some reason, play always turns into okay. We're gonna
Okay some disc golf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have to review the text. Now that's where I take time because this shows my age too.
Yeah.
I don't think young people care.
They don't.
Yeah.
I will go back and say, "Is this an MLA format?
I do
And
the same
there's
thing.
Did
where
I
the
cite
click
my sources?
flies out.
Should I
I do the same
indent
thing.
here?"
And I tell you, yeah, I typically do that, but here's the thing: when you don't do that and you just hit send,
That's
and then
when
you,
it happens.
Then you look back up and proofread it, and you see the misspelled word, and then you have to go tell them,
Yeah.
I'm aware I misspelled that, and so now you're taking a 10-second text and turn
Yes.
it into
I
a 5.
am an old school, like my favorite class in high school was keyboarding. So I know how to keyboard and I know all the rules. And I want to apply that to texting.
I get it.
And it is not.
It doesn't
be
work.
applied.
Yeah, she's trying to get all 10
I've got to get
fingers.
my 2 spaces after the period and all of the things. And I don't like this.
Do either of you remember the
I don't do two
old
spaces.
Christian comedy duo Trip and Tyler?
No.
They
Sounds
had a
familiar.
funny
Sounds-
video. Look it up on YouTube sometime. It's called an auto-corrected love song called "Baby I Love You."
That is.
It is very funny.
Yeah.
Check it out. Number 6, top 7 things that take way longer than they should.
Leaving the house.
Even these 2 this morning were like, we'll be there at like 6:55.
Yeah.
It's coming
Hey, I
in
thought
hot.
I was doing good.
Yeah.
I really was expecting it to be 57, 58.
It's hard to get out of the house.
It is.
We have a sick child at home, and don't worry, you
I'm
two.
like-
I haven't been around her because she
Okay,
doesn't want
keep
her
on.
dad at all. I literally haven't been in the same zip code as her.
Yes. Why'd you come?
I
Now
felt
we're gonna
so
be mad at
sorry
you.
for
And you
Lori
just told
because
everybody.
throughout the night her phone kept ringing.
Mom!
Yes.
Well, I would rather that than them staying over your bed. I think I'm going to throw up.
And
yeah.
but in the moment, rather than feeling super bad for Lori for having to get up, I was like, "Why don't you just sleep on the couch?
Please, give me a break.
I've got a podcast early."
I got a podcast.
So yeah, I had 2 additional snoozes this morning, but it takes forever to leave the house. It does.
It does take forever. Yeah, it's
It's because I'm sending a text that says, I'm coming.
Yeah, I'll be there in 10. I can't.
I'm leaving.
These two work together to make you late always. We have 5 kids, so back in the day, especially when they were younger, like we would say, we're going on vacation. We want to leave the house by 10 a.m.
Oh yeah, no.
No, that does
Absolutely
not. No, yeah.
And even like our church people would love this, especially Tim Lewis. But Jason would go to church, and then I would come with the kids, and so I would always be late. And now all the kids will be here before me. Mm-hmm. So it's like they weren't the problem.
They weren't the real problem.
We've had this same conversation.
And I'm like, can somebody stay behind with me?
Getting real here at Rock Mountain Live.
My teenage daughter started driving, and
Confessions.
she shows up at church.
Yeah,
and
I'm
says,
like, get back.
See, we're not the
It's
problem.
not me. Yes, I know.
Seriously.
I love it.
Also, you're leaving a family function.
Yeah.
That can be, not for me, but for others.
Yes.
What I used to tell my mom and dad and others is...
You're talking about like a Christmas thing?
Anything.
Or anything. Okay, yeah.
Thanksgiving, whatever. I would say, I'm leaving. If you want a hug,
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Here's the
arms
time.
are open.
Just
Let's
want to
go.
make sure everybody is aware.
Why do you
Let's
want to
go.
leave so
Heading
bad?
out.
I'm
We
a
stay.
stayer.
We stay.
I'm a stayer. That's why I'm like, I got to be late. Otherwise, I will be here from sun up to sundown. And
Yeah.
some people need.
Well, I'll stay a good amount of time, but
I
then
don't
I'm
know
like,
when to-
it just hits me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Usually it's the stomach that hits you. I'm leaving.
Now, if that happens, I'm staying in your bathroom.
Speaking about things that take way longer than they should. All right, we won't go there. Number 5, no bathroom humor on this Christian podcast. Number 5, online checkout.
Now, this one, yes.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's like you think, okay, obviously Amazon's fast. But look, if you're anything new, like you told me, go to 1010 Discs. Shout out to 1010 Discs.
That first time, dude.
Buy
it's
your
like,
discs. And so it's like, okay, here we go. I'm buying a few discs for disc golf. And then it's like, do you want to open an account? Well, okay. And so then we start the process of opening an account. It's like, I just want to buy these discs.
Would you like to put in a different shipping address?
Yeah.
Than your billing address?
I don't think online checkout. I get it done so fast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, throw me another one in.
Before,
I'll do that again.
Before people were willing to put their card number in, it
Yes.
took a lot longer.
Well,
you had to do that
I had
yesterday.
to do that, yes. That had
42233.
my personal
expiration date,
account.
security code. Okay,
son's-
there.
I will not save my debit or credit card into a smaller operation.
You're old.
It's got to be a
why?
big company.
Oh.
Because I just assume that
Well,
they're
we don't have
end-to-end encryption
anything
is
for
janky.
them to take. That's my logic. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you have fun with that $5. I hope it
Amazon's
makes you
the
happy.
Antichrist.
It
buddy.
takes forever. It does.
So-
What's your grandfather's maiden name?
I love that
Just longer than it
because I
should.
cannot remember anything else.
Yeah.
One time they asked me something like that I should know, and I was like, I'll never come to
Like,
that.
what's your third pet's middle name?
Yeah, in 10 days, I will never remember this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and by the way, and the context of this list is top 7 things that take way longer than they should.
Yeah.
So it's like you think online checkout should be click, 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 boom, ba da doom, boom, bow. That's on the way.
Can I tap?
Yeah.
Or what about self checkout at Walmart? I feel like,
That's fast.
the person doing it slow, but then I get up there and do it, and I'm like, well, maybe
it's
I'm
like-
slow too. I'm like,
How do y'all feel about self-checkout?
I love it. You know,
I'm
but
for
I
it.
always wanted to be a grocery store worker.
have
Growing up,
been.
I always wanted to swipe.
Let me tell a Mary story. Our daughter, Mary, middle daughter, she's 17 and works at the Pig. She's a grocery store person. She loves people. She loves to talk to people. She loves to look people in the eye
Yeah,
and talk to them.
you're very seen.
She works at Piggly Wiggly. She loves a cashier because everybody comes through. She's like either hello or buenos dias. She can talk Spanish, whatever it is. She loves to talk to people. So when they put her on self-checkout, she comes home miserable.
She feels like she's in timeout.
She's like, I can't do it. I can't do self-checkout. And it's
How
like,
about
why
that?
not? She's like, well, because they just...
they
don't-
want nothing with
They
her.
want, they don't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
They don't want to look at me.
Yeah.
She's like really hurt about
Yeah.
it. And she'll say, have a good night. And she said, sometimes they'll say, have a good night. And that's it.
Sometimes they just,
That's hilarious.
yeah,
She's our tender one.
Well, she sounds so sweet.
She is.
She
so
is the
sweet.
sweetest kid.
yeah.
Shout out to Mary. Number 4, 5 minutes on your phone. Hey, give me 5 minutes. I need to call you. Give me
that's
5
right.
minutes. I need to.
Oh, I thought we were like just swiping.
Oh, maybe it's 5 minutes scrolling. Like, let me just spend 5 minutes on
Yeah,
Facebook.
That's how I
that's
thought
when
about
I
it. Yeah.
realized like it's been longer than that.
Or how about just generally 5 minutes on your phone? No, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. No. Yeah, listen, especially if you take your phone with you to the bathroom.
Hello, back to the bathroom.
Well,
Listen, this is real life. Then all of a sudden your legs are asleep.
the bathroom is not where I want to hang out. Ever.
My legs, I can't stand up. No.
Call the doctor.
Call 911. Number 3, picking something to watch.
This is impossible for us.
Oh, man.
It really has become
Yeah.
a
We
deal.
have too many choices.
We just kind of go to Jeopardy.
We're just like Jeopardy and
Okay,
Wheel of Fortune
Jeopardy,
now.
Wheel of Fortune.
We used to have shows like we'll watch that next. We'll do that,
yeah.
and now it's like
The only thing that
But-
Lori and I watch together now is this guy on YouTube in British Columbia who just moved out to the wilderness and is living out there now.
I think my problem is
Better than nothing.
if it's a show or something like that, you have to pay attention, and I do not. Anna hates to watch TV with me because I like it on and I can hear it, but I'm like 5 minutes later, I'm like, why is she in there now? And Anna's like, you have
Watch
to
the
watch.
show.
I'm team
And
Anna.
I'm like, I want you to just tell me. I'm here to be with you. So you just tell me what's going on so I can play on my phone.
Let me ask you this.
For 5 minutes.
You're
For
watching a
5
show, you get a call. Do you answer the phone? You don't say pause it.
I never.
You're just
answer the
like,
phone.
okay.
That's why I'm so sad about
If
the
it's you, I
quick
would.
text, because texting is, if I hate talking on the phone. Like, I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't think I can hear people. I can't understand people. I'm like, are you talking
What?
to me? Are you talking to your kids? I guess that's a mom thing. But
Yeah.
I cannot stand to be on the phone with my friends, and they're like, put that down. And I'm like, you are, like, I don't mind FaceTime because I know, like,
Yeah.
we're in it. You're talking to me. You're
Yep.
not talking to somebody else out there. So, yeah, I don't answer the phone. if
There
I'm
is a
watching show.
stand-up, Gary Goldman, stand-up comedian. He has a great bit about how he's outraged that someone would dare call him on his
Yes.
computer, his handheld
Yeah.
computer. Like, who do you think you are?
I mean, really. What gives you the right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good stuff. Number 2 on our list, top 7 things that take way longer than they should. Number 2, one small household task. Let me tighten this screw up.
Yes. It turns in, things can just turn into.
This screwdriver doesn't fit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It never turns into more.
You ever think something like, I watched a YouTube video replacing this heating element. Well, it's simple.
just pop this one out, put
Yeah.
that one in.
And
7 hours later, got it out.
I've been there, dude. I hate
I'm
it
the
so
opposite.
much.
Have y'all not seen that meme that said you left something for 3 days that only took 7 minutes to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is me.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that looked like a 2-hour thing, but
Yeah, it didn't
being
take that
10
long.
minutes.
Man.
So it sat there.
Well, this makes you wonder what number 1 is. I bet everybody's really curious.
I'm curious.
The top 7 things that take way longer than they should. Number 1, obviously, trying to go to sleep.
That's me. I cannot go to sleep, man.
So bad.
I love this.
Trying to go to sleep.
Going to sleep is like me trying to get to church. Like, it's going to take me a minute to get there, but I'm going to stay there all day and night.
I
That's
cannot fall
same
asleep.
thing.
I have trouble.
Are you on your phone? You have that blue light?
I do sometimes, yeah. But it's
Watch too much
usually I
TV.
try to go to sleep and then I can't go to sleep.
Because
And
you
I'm
want
like,
it so bad. You're like,
I
okay.
want to go to sleep. I just can't.
Yeah, you want it. You want to.
My wife can lay down, and as soon as her head hits the pillow, she is
She's
out.
gone. She's out.
I love days like that. I'll even wake up the next morning and be like, Jason, did you see me? I went right to sleep.
I can't.
It's tough. I mean, just generally going to bed, it's just hard. And then getting to bed is, it's kind of like dying each day. Let me go to die. Let me go to coma.
Yeah.
Let me figure out how to do that. Go get in the coffin, the bed. Let me just lie myself out.
Y'all are thinkers, though.
That's it.
I'm
like,
not
I
a
wanna be
thinker.
awake.
Yeah, I know. Let me live. I
I'm
want
not.
to live.
Yeah, I'm not up thinking about The universe and
I think about
how it all,
Yep.
how the sun and moon,
Protons, stars.
how many stars there are. No.
Yeah.
One time Jason was in this. He loves the stars, so he tried to bring me into that world, and I'm like,
Sorry about that.
this makes my stomach hurt. To think how big.
Hey, you know how far a light year is, baby? Like,
I'm scared. I'm scared. It's beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful.
Well, as we turn to Bible reading, thanks for laughing along with us with the top 7 list. Hey, Cindy, that's right. We had a big pig shout out. We want everybody to shop at your local Piggly Wiggly, especially if you live in McCalla.
That's right. That's what's wrong with the world now. We used to do that.
Craig,
Watch Andy Griffith before bed.
Craig, great to have you listening and enjoying. Thanks for commenting. That adds to the algorithm, as we were saying earlier. Sissy, yeah, Andy. Andy is like the new Benadryl.
Yeah.
Or the old
Well,
Benadryl.
you got to go to bed at 9, though, or maybe even 8.
Sissy's probably in bed by 8:30.
What's the guy? Is that his real? What's the guy's real name that plays Andy? Yeah, he is Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
That's
Andy
his-
Taylor is
And-
the character on the
yes.
show.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Andy Griffith, he does
I'm
have
like,
a
Matlock?
soothing
Is
voice.
that his real
Yeah,
name?
Matlock.
He does.
Is he a...
Yeah. Hey, Helen.
Have you ever gone back and
That's pretty
we
good.
went
not
when we
bad.
didn't know what to watch? We started watching Matlock, and there were a majority of the shows that we were like, I can't believe this was on TV.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he
Oh,
says
sure.
and does things that's like,
Yep.
yeah, 8:30.
You'll get that a lot.
I'm like, wow, that's the 80s.
That was, yeah. Yeah.
Even Seinfeld. You go back and watch some episodes from the 90s, and you're like, whoa. All right.
Well, in this passage in Isaiah,
Isaiah.
that was a good segue, I guess. I don't know. Last week, Gavin, we read 37 with Jason, and
it was a struggle, I feel like.
it was, but it's such a great chapter, and we were running out of time, and we wanted to get to Ephesians, so we didn't talk about it. But things like the fact that 185,000 people were struck dead there in verse 36.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's quite a few.
That's
That's like Miami.
that's a lot of people.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of people, and
More like Montgomery.
and right, more like Montgomery, and the fact that Hezekiah spread that letter out before the Lord and prayed over it.
That is my favorite sermon you ever preached at Valley East. It's the one I remember.
Yeah, we used to be at a different church many years ago called Valley East.
I say favorite because I remember it.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
spread it out before the
I was
Lord.
like, yes.
So these stories of Hezekiah, he really, he's known as one of the good kings, okay, but he also had a very complicated relationship with the Lord and with the people of Israel and with the Assyrians, and so
She said she was
Yeah.
going to do that. He's not here.
We have a podcast guest.
I need one of your cars.
Take mine.
UAV right now. and
Take
I'm
mine.
flat.
Take mine. The key is
no.
the thing.
This is happening in real time. We have a
Yeah.
flat tire.
yeah.
You can
well,
take mine.
I don't think it's blown, but I do not have time to go fix it. Where's your keys?
It's in all of Rock
It's
Mountain
okay.
Lake. It's unlocked and in the car.
I mean-
Anybody, you better go before somebody else
But
gets it.
it's locked.
All right.
Okay.
I feel
Well.
like you should have said you have to come make your request.
No,
on camera.
actually,
Yeah, maybe
she
we should've
said
done
last
that.
week she loves Jason, right? She was like, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna say hey to him. And we're like, you can't, the door's locked. And she's like, I've got a key.
She does.
Wow.
And that's why I
does.
said he's not here. You don't want to
That's our very first time in almost a year of doing Rock Mountain Live that somebody walked through that
look,
door.
Beth. Hey,
Yeah.
Anna.
That was scary.
Somebody heard her.
I was like, Norm?
Yeah.
But it was Anna. And great, that means I got to fix a flat tire today. So
It's gonna take
Gosh.
longer than you anticipate.
Heaven's
I can
sakes.
almost say that.
Goodness.
My mom would say, "Oh, Swanee."
Oh,
She'd say.
Swanee. Goodness.
Should
Anyway.
we time him and see how long it takes to change a flat tire?
Yeah, time me. All right. Well, back to Hezekiah and love Anna. I hope everything goes well today. Oh, that's good. I almost said, oh.
We could have asked the community if anybody wants to come change your tire.
Anybody out there knows how to
right.
change
Y'all
tire?
have 30
You
minutes.
don't have to follow
to
the new
help us
pages.
out.
Just come change the tire.
Tell you what, we'll give you a report next Friday about how the changing tire episode goes.
Hey, you ever read Habakkuk?
Sure, I've read
A
Habakkuk.
lot of parallel, a lot of Hezekiah.
Yes, a lot of Hezekiah and Habakkuk. Habakkuk.
Habakkuk.
That's right, and the Chaldeans.
Yeah.
Chaldeans.
In this chapter, Hezekiah is about to die.
What's that?
Maybe it's a soft J.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I tell you what, Gavin.
We're cutting up, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Let's
love
get-
it. Yeah, I love it. I tell you what, short, you read it and I'll pray. How about that?
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
And
'cause-
I'm looking, and I think you're going to be okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's short.
I'm ready. All right, so this is Isaiah chapter 38. In those days Hezekiah became sick and was at the point of death. And Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amoz, came to him and said to him, Thus says the Lord, set your house in order, for you shall die. You shall not recover. That's bad.
Yeah.
Then Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord.
I love the face to the
like-
wall. It's like, excuse me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
When Anna just walked in, I was like, what?
Face to the wall.
The Bible is so relevant for
It
today.
is.
You know, we're always wanting to turn our face to the
So
wall.
Hezekiah said, 3b, Please,
3b.
O Lord, remember how I have walked before you in faithfulness and with a whole heart, and have done what is good in your sight. And Hezekiah wept bitterly. Then the word of the Lord came to Isaiah, Go and say to Hezekiah, Thus says the Lord, the God of David your father, I have heard your prayer, I have seen your tears. I will deliver you and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and will defend this city.
Wait a minute, you skipped a
You
very
skipped
important
that,
line.
That's so
What did I say?
huge.
What did I say?
I have seen your tears.
Behold.
I skipped a
Behold.
whole line.
Yeah,
this is
it's
a
a
new
big one.
stage of my
Where,
life.
where are your
That's a big
glasses,
one.
Gavin?
Well, you are moving them.
All right, hang on. Let me go back.
that
I've seen
that
your
line
tears.
is part
Let me
of
go
the
back
word
up.
of the
Let me
Lord.
go back up.
Okay.
He might do
Go
it
and
to
say
you.
to Hezekiah, Thus says the Lord, the God of David your father, I have heard your prayer. I have seen your tears. Behold, I will. This is the biggest thing, dude. It's like skipping over, just going straight to the wise men or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behold, I will add 15 years to your life.
Wow.
That's a
mind
really
blown.
important
It is.
detail in the story.
It's big.
I wonder why 15. I wonder if the Lord was like, I will add 14. Look, 15 years.
I don't know.
I wonder. He only needs 12, but come on, we're going to round up.
Yeah, I buried the lead. I'm sorry. Verse 6, I will deliver you and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria and will defend this city. This shall be the sign to you from the Lord, that the Lord will do this thing that he has promised. Behold, I will make the shadow cast by the declining sun on the dial of Ahaz turn back 10 steps.
Talk about old school technology.
Talk about make your stomach hurt. How do you do that?
He's God. He can do whatever he wants to.
I just love the reference to the sundial.
Yeah.
Me too.
Go out and look at the sundial. Like if it was a today thing
I know,
and God was
guys.
doing this, like check that clock out
Yeah.
on the wall.
And just,
Yeah. Going
But
back.
you can't with you could say the battery, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, but you
So it
can't.
has to be the sundial.
It's got to be the
That
sundial.
tells the true time.
I love
Go look
it.
at the shadows, the time lapse.
Yeah.
So the sun turned back on the dial the 10 steps by which it had declined. A writing of Hezekiah, king of Judah, after he had been sick and had recovered from his sickness.
So Hezekiah
So
wrote
good
him
he
a-
got to recover. He
Yeah,
didn't have
that's
to
right.
be alive for
This is from his journal.
15
It's
years.
a journal entry, yeah.
I said, in the middle of my days, I must depart. I am consigned to the gates of Sheol for the rest of my years. I said, I shall not see the Lord in the land of the living. I shall look on man no more among the inhabitants of the world. My dwelling is plucked up and removed from me like a shepherd's tent. Like a weaver I have rolled up my life. He cuts me off from the loom. From day to night you bring me to an end. I calmed myself until morning.
Essential oil.
Like a lion, he breaks all my bones. From day to night, you bring me to an end. Like a swallow or a crane, I chirp.
I love this.
The Bible.
reenactment.
I love the Bible.
I moan like a dove. My eyes are weary with looking upward. O Lord, I am oppressed. Be my pledge of safety. What shall I say? For he has spoken to me, and he himself has done it. I walk slowly all my years because of the bitterness of my soul. O Lord, by these things men live, and in all these is the life of my spirit. O restore me to health, and make me live. Behold, it was for my welfare that I had great bitterness. I don't preach. But in love, you have delivered my life.
Oh, you skipped a line. I'm just kidding.
I'm like,
I was
kidding.
No.
cognitive decline. But in love, you have delivered my life from the pit of destruction, for you have cast all my sins behind your back.
Praise.
Richard Blackaby talking about. Not Richard Blackaby, Rick Fisher. For Sheol does not thank you. Death does not praise you. Those who go down to the pit do not hope for your faithfulness. The living, he thanks you, as I do this day. The Father makes known to the children your faithfulness. We talk about Ephesians 6.
Yeah.
The Lord will save me, and we will play my music on stringed instruments all the days of our lives at the house of the Lord. Now Isaiah had said, let them take a cake of figs and apply it to the boil, that he may recover. Hezekiah also had said, what is the sign that I shall go up to the house of the Lord?
And next we get to the envoys.
We should end it with, what is the sign that I shall go up to the house of the Lord? It just ends on a question mark.
The end.
You know what I'm curious about?
The figs?
I think, put it on the boil.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think here's a cake. Wait, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
eat that.
Where's the boil on his arm?
Well,
or
one of
something?
two things can
In
be
his
happening
mouth.
there. One is sometimes God just does weird stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But usually, if you really dig into, find somebody who's like studied Isaiah and
Cake
Hebrew
of
all
it.
their life, they're going to give you some backstory. You can be like, oh, I
How
didn't know
figs.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, back in them days, they used
Yeah.
fig cake to anoint a boil.
It actually goes back to Esau, and it'd be some thing.
Yeah.
Right. Esau.
The Edomites actually had this tradition of
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, it's a great chapter. I mean, he gets 15 extra years, and you know, I guess this passage does preach. You know, people preach it, and I think it does probably give us good biblical grounds to ask the Lord for good health and for additional days.
I wonder if he ever regretted asking for 15 more years.
Well, the next chapter
I think
kind
he
of
does,
gives us.
doesn't he?
He's like, great, now I've
Yeah.
ruined the whole kingdom.
What have I done?
Yeah.
I feel like I remember regret.
Well, this is one of only two that I can think of, where the Lord declares something and then goes back on it. I mean, obviously, God knows what he's doing. You
Yeah.
got Moses, and then you have God saying to Hezekiah through Isaiah, "You're not coming back from this."
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, he said, "You will not recover." Like
Yeah.
it's really straight and definite.
yeah,
You know.
but then he does.
And he's like, okay, yeah, 15 years, that's all. I just love that.
But
That's
I
such
mean,
a fun
to
story.
the Lord,
Just
is
15.
that really? Well, he did recover. I was thinking, like time to the Lord is like, okay, 15 years is probably 5 more minutes for the Lord.
Yeah. Another 5 minutes.
It's not long.
Like 5 minutes on the phone. It's just,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah, it ends up being 15 years. You're still scrolling.
15 years later.
What if we get there and we find out that was 15 years?
Hezekiah,
Hezekiah.
brother Hezekiah.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Or
an
do you
Amish
think
guy.
he? Okay, we can move on. It's fine.
No, ask the question. Yeah.
I was just thinking,
it's
like
our
one of
podcast.
your big pushes in this Hezekiah layout prayer is that the Lord allows us to be involved in what He's doing.
Right, yeah.
So I'm
Good
doing
theology.
this, and I'm going to show you that your prayers, not that they change my mind, but that I hear you,
Yeah.
and you're going to participate in what I'm doing. Maybe.
I like that language.
That applies,
Your way to participate in this is by praying and asking me to do something. That's your
Yeah.
way to participate. And if you don't pray and ask me, well, then
Then
I'm
I'm
not
going
going
to
to do it.
go with this. Yeah.
But if you do, then we're going to go with what you pray for. Yeah, I think that was part of the sermon Sunday, right?
Yeah, some of
Was this is how we? Oh, because the disciples couldn't cast the demon out, and Jesus said, "Well, this kind only comes out by prayer
And fasting.
and fasting." Yeah, but by prayer is where I focused, and it's like if
because
the demon's not coming out if you don't pray.
Because
Yeah.
we're eating lunch right after this.
Yeah, that's right. So we just left the fasting.
You hear my
That
stomach
part off.
growl like 3 times.
Prayer and
already.
fasting, prayer. Speaking of prayer, let's pray, and then we'll look at Ephesians. All right. Thank you, Lord, for our time together. Thank you for all our listeners out there who are joining in this study. Whether it's live now or later, we just appreciate them. We do pray over the podcast. We want to to promote it because we want to promote you and your word. And so we pray you help us do that. And this, like everything else we do, this is all in your hands. So thank you for blessing our time. And now as we look at Ephesians, we just ask you to open it up to us, and especially any parents out there who need a help, some guidance today. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. Can I say one more thing about Isaiah? Okay.
Of course.
So
you can say two things.
I really want to understand Isaiah. I've told you I bought a commentary that's never been opened. And my son's named Isaiah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should.
Because you love it.
And so I've listened to 2 episodes of Bible Talks.
Welcome to Bible Talks.
And these are top flight Old Testament scholars. And one thing became abundantly clear, which is I know nothing about Isaiah. Mm-hmm. I mean, they are going slow, and it is amazing. And I'm like, I have a seminary degree. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know any. I really don't know.
It's a lot.
It is not easy either.
No.
You know what
and
I mean?
I feel like I love it, but I love the end when I can start making connections, and it's some of my favorite Bible verses, you know. Mm-hmm. And
it's
so
long.
I'll talk big, like I love Isaiah, and then when y'all started reading it from the beginning, I was like,
I don't even remember ever reading that in my whole life.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah. And now these guys, and I have no idea. I'm like, I knew verses 5 to 8 contained to Ecclesiastes. What are you talking about?
Say it again. Next week we'll if we remember anyway, we'll put a link to that podcast, because there may be people who say, hey, I'm interested in
it. It is amazing. And they'll be like, if you look at this verse in Deuteronomy, this verse in Revelation, John was thinking about this. Yeah. And so was Moses was thinking about this.
There's so much Isaiah in the New Testament. Now, that is something I've noticed over and over again. Yes. You know, it's just so much of Isaiah there. It's almost like a recapitulation. Well, it's what Isaiah said, you know, over and over again. Yeah.
If you like to nerd out on the Bible, this podcast is for you. Yeah.
Mr. Robert Grantham joins us this morning. Robbie!
What's up?
One of my favorite people in the whole world, by the way. Love that guy. And all the kids think he's a good-looking old man, even though he's not that old.
He's not old.
Not at all. Yeah, but they just think he's good-looking.
Yeah, you ever see an older fella and he's handsome and you're like, you lucky dog.
Yeah. Still got all his hair.
Yeah.
All that. So anyway, love that, Grantham. Let's get into Ephesians. Let's look at this. Let's read some. Not much. Just a few, I think, 8 or 9 verses. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. This is right.
No qualifiers.
No qualifiers. Honor your father and mother. That's how we know it's right. This is the first commandment with a promise that it may go well with you and that you may live long in the earth, on the earth, in the land.
Yeah, because we'll talk about what we'll talk about.
Yeah. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Moms can do whatever they want. Yeah,
but moms
of course. It said fathers.
Bondservants, obey your earthly masters with fear and trembling, with a sincere heart as you would Christ, not by way of eye service as people pleasers, but as bondservants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart, rendering service with a good will as to the Lord and not to man, knowing that whatever good anyone does, this he will receive back from the Lord, whether he is a bondservant or is free. Masters, do the same to them. Stop your threatening.
That's right.
Amen.
Quit threatening them. Golly. It's like Paul saying, surely you know this. Knowing that he who is both their master and yours is in heaven. Capital M. And that there is no partiality with him. That is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
All right. Robert's laughing out loud. Truly, you're a good-looking dude. Okay, let's go to verse 1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Assumption Paul is making, I think. This letter is to be read in a church service. The kids are sitting there with their parents, and I'm going to address them directly. I'm not going to go through the parents to the kids. I'm talking to the kids. You are moral agents, even though you're under 12 years old. Mm-hmm. You're maybe 7 years old, 4 years old. It's not just whatever your parents force you to do. No, I'm talking to you.
That's right.
And I want you as a 7-year-old to make a decision right now. Obey your parents. That's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. And it recognizes that we see this very early. Children have wills, make decisions.
Like they have wheels, like bicycle wheels.
Yeah. They're also Like we are many things, but one of those things is self-centered.
Yeah.
Because we all are. Left to our own devices.
What about in the Lord? Obey your parents in the Lord. How did you guys, did y'all shape that at Flint Hill when you went through there?
Not really. We kind of sped up towards the end, at least in
Let's get out of this.
in Jay's sermons.
Yeah. Hey, kids. Hey, listen. Whatever your mom and dad tells you to do, you do it. All right, moving on.
Well,
slaves?
One point that I made...
slaves, listen to me.
Yeah, one point that I made when I was teaching this was that there are exceptions. The only exception is you shouldn't steal. And so that would not be obeying your parents, and not steal. Stealing would be an example.
Oh, yeah.
So if if mom sends you into CVS and says you better come out with, here's your grocery list, and we're lifting it.
Yeah.
That's not obeying your parents in the Lord.
I think that's what Paul's getting at. That's right. Yeah. Even parental authority has limits.
Yeah.
So if a parent is forcing you as a child to do something unethical or sinful, don't obey them then.
Correct.
Only obey them in the Lord.
You might need to talk to a trusted adult.
Right. Hey, good morning, Morris. Speaking of good-looking dudes, that Morris Caffey's with us this morning.
What's
Hey,
up?
bringing it in the truck, buddy. Bringing it in. For this is right. I love, Christianity is a system of ethics. Sometimes we try to say it's not because we're so focused on justification by faith alone, But it is a system of ethics. In other words, God does tell us the difference between right and wrong, and He gives us a way of understanding what is right and wrong. He gives us 10 commandments. He tells us it's all about love God with your heart, love your neighbor as yourself. These are things you ought to do.
And there's a proper type of law keeping, and there's an improper type of law keeping.
That's right, yeah. But I think the thing is we're not saved by our ethics. We're not saved through the Christian ethic. We're saved by grace because we're dead and He made us alive. And that's how we're saved and brought into the family. But it's a ridiculous thing to say God doesn't care how you act, or how you conduct yourself.
Yeah.
Of course, He wants you to do what is right.
Read a Bible.
Yeah,
He does.
That's right. This is the right thing to do. And Paul quickly says, how do I know it's right? Well, look, it's one of the commandments.
Mm-hmm. And I may have mentioned this in a previous week. My youngest daughter, she asked something along the lines of which of the Old Testament rules do Christians have to follow? And it's more
You said, well, honey, I'll give you one. Number 5.
Let me tell you this right now, young lady.
I said, it's a little more complicated than this, but it's not much more complicated than this. If it's reaffirmed in the New Testament, then it applies.
Yeah. I think that's
The law just
general
is
good rule of thumb.
mind baffling to me.
And so here Paul restates,
Number 5.
Here's one.
He does change, though, that it may go well with you and that you may live long in the land. He doesn't include that the Lord your God has given you. Mm-hmm. So the land of Canaan, specific place, is now, and you kind of said it when you read it, which is...
I was hinting at it, yeah.
In the world, in the earth.
I always thought that meant, like, this is a child, not, I grew up in the church, so this is familiar. But I always thought that this was like, if you obey, if you're a good kid, then you will have a long life.
Mm-hmm. I thought that too when I was
But now I think it's so your parents don't kill you. Do you?
I love it.
Like, really, though, because if you read the Old Testament, it's like, if your child starts wondering,
stone 'em.
you can stone them and so I'm
I
like,
love it.
Actually, it means you will
shout out
live
Doug
to
Wilson.
be an adult.
Trying to bring it back.
Heads bowed and eyes closed.
So
We're done.
No, that's great.
So now I don't feel like I'm going to live to 100 like I once did because I was a very good child.
Yeah.
But
No, it's good.
I did make it out of my childhood, so.
Hey, and this is what we're trying to do on the podcast is get people to think about these things. Don't just read over it. Think about this. It's the first commandment with a promise, meaning when you read the 10 commandments in Exodus 20, when you get to number 5, it gives you, hey, if you obey this command, then you get the fulfillment of this promise. And the promise is that that you will live long in the land that the Lord your God has given.
Yeah.
That So Paul, I mean, here's the way I read this: is Paul? I think first of all, the ESV translators messed up by putting this in quotes because he's not actually quoting it. He's actually applying it to the Ephesians. Well, Ephesus is not anywhere near Jerusalem or Israel.
Nope. It's in Turkey.
It's in Turkey. It's a Gentile territory. So he can't.
It's in Asia.
Asia Minor. I mean, for crying out loud, how can you get any further away than that? So yeah, he's basically taking this sort of Jewish promise that you will blossom in the land God is giving you, and he's taking it and applying it more broadly. Hey, this promise is not just for Jewish people; it's also for Gentiles that don't live anywhere near Israel. If you honor your father and mother, same basic principle applies to you. You're going to live long in the land you're living in.
It hits me as quite proverbial as well. Kind of, this is not a conditional argument. Be a good kid. You'll live to 100.
Yeah,
it's a principle.
Right. It's a principle. That's right.
I really thought that's what it meant.
Yeah.
So did I.
If I'm a good kid, I'm going to make it to 110.
That's why when I obeyed, it was probably because of this verse.
Yeah. And I think also it's a social principle. It's not just an individual principle. In other words, if you have a bunch of families where the children obey their parents, then that's going to be generally a good society, So it's got that feel to it as well.
This is also so flipped on its head from the ethos of our culture now.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, just ask your kid what they think.
Yeah. Parents, obey your children in the Lord.
Yeah.
For that.
Well, and it seems like...
Because you will live long.
Yeah.
I don't have my finger...
They will let you live.
That's good. I don't exactly have my finger on the pulse of society and where we're at.
No, you're old.
But it does seem that people are somewhat waking up to this lunacy of like, ask your boy if he's a boy or a girl, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that's I guess a concrete example of like, it's like, what do your kids want? But even in the church, I feel like we've adopted a lot of this.
Oh, sure.
Like, what's anything for the kids sort of thing.
Let's take our church service and shape it around how the kids would like it, and so forth. Whatever it is. Yeah.
I certainly didn't grow up that way.
But we can pick apart the culture one way or the other. But I do think God created and designed human beings to function a certain way, and it's hard for them to get out of that. And one of the things is He made us boys and girls. And it's hard to get out of that, It's like you can pretend that that's not true, but it is true, and
Well, and God has set the agenda, and parents are to use God's agenda, and the kids are under their authority.
Right.
That's the way it ought to be.
And that's the way He designed it to work. And typically, it defaults back to that. I mean, who's going to change Anna's flat tire? It's going to be her dad.
That's right.
Gosh.
I can do it.
14.
Break them legs.
Which oh, fuck.
That's how it would be out there. I'd be throwing things.
Only I didn't say.
I don't even think I could have the strength
I said the real word.
Get it off.
Mom said, "Where did you hear this? What did you say? This is from the neighbor."
Yeah. He's like,
I love that scene. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Mothers can do whatever they want, obviously. Fathers, I don't know why moms get left out of this. I, typically think, Paul includes, I think Paul is saying parents, but he just sort of fathers represent the parenting unit, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Because I can't imagine.
Dads are scarier than moms. Period.
Maybe
there are some scary moms.
I've seen some scary moms.
I take it back, but
typically, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like a dad can be scary.
Yeah.
And it's more like if you're going to discipline them.
Not me.
Don't be scared.
My oldest daughter used to say, which we all laugh about it. I didn't know she used this terminology, but she told her mom, my wife, once she kind of grew up, she was like, "Yeah, I used to get really scared when Dad would show me his whites." And I was like, show my whites. What are
my
you
biz?
talking about? Yeah. And she was like, his eyes were...
My mom used to do that.
She
too.
said, and she'd say, Dad's showing his whites.
My mom would, and it was scary.
Oh,
like
your
we
mom,
knew to
yeah.
stop.
Shout out Mary Lou.
My father had this thing where if you were really acting a fool, particularly in public, he would reach over and grab the back of your arm, and he would put a figure 8 in your tricep,
Squeeze and twist.
I was.
and you'd go, behavior change immediately.
No, that doesn't work with kids these days. I was at Target with Noah when he was little, and I thought, I cannot spank him in the middle of this Target. Like, we're in an aisle, and he yelled, "Don't pinch me!" And I was like, that is not a pinch.
Yeah.
That is a spanking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, gosh. But you would never yell that out to your dad.
No, you would wince.
Like, where did I go wrong?
Yeah. When he grabbed my arm, the back of my arm, and squeezed in a certain way, there was no doubt. I was,
Yeah.
but I knew, I was like, I've upset my father, and this is about to
My
get
kids
real.
don't care. They don't care about me.
The deadly back arm pinch. That's right, Morris. And it's very painful. Yeah, I tell you, it's Mr. Brown. By the way, I hope he's learning to watch on into the podcast. Because shout out to Mr. Brown.
That's
Tell
right.
me- We talk about him every week.
Now, Dad was the patient one, though. My mom, she'd set you straight, baby. Woo. I mean, quick.
I think moms are in this verse, but
And let me say, she was wonderful. I deserved it. Every time I got in trouble, I had it coming.
So provoking children to anger, that. I mean, people have just sort of beaten this dead horse. Like, what is Paul really saying here? And of course, parents are to discipline their kids, but also, he's saying in the gospel there's no room for harshness or unthought out punishments or just sort of treating your kids like their property. Those kids belong to the Lord, and treat them that way, and be kind to them. It doesn't mean don't discipline them, but be kind to them. Don't be so harsh.
Well, and correction and discipline is not flying off the handle.
Right.
It's not lashing out. Right?
That's right.
I mean, there's no lesson to be learned there other than Dad's scary.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think when you see this, don't provoke your children to anger. I feel like I saw it in my house growing up. But there are things that are discipline issues.
Yeah.
But then there's things where a parent can agitate a child to the point where the child then will act out, then the parent disciplines. It's like
Right.
when you see
You
this happen.
wouldn't have had to discipline me if you hadn't provoked me to anger.
If you didn't just keep on and on and on about something that's not a sin or a problem.
Yeah.
And then, that's kind of where I go in it. Not don't discipline your kids or don't ever make them mad or upset or whatever, but if you see they're having a hard day and you're just picking on them, and then they say something disrespectful and rude, and then you want
punish that disrespect.
then you want
How
to show
dare
who you are, and
Yeah.
I'm like that's where I go with that. Not necessarily
there could also be
they're bad and they need
a
punishment.
pattern of it's never good enough.
Yes.
I've seen,
Yes.
that's not me, honestly. I mean, I have my own problems, but I've seen parents who, you can see their kid. It's just nothing's ever good enough.
And it's not lack of trying for the kid. That's where it becomes sad and
the boy just ain't good at ball.
yeah. But he tries.
Let him take piano.
But he's not just out there.
That's good.
All right. So the flip side of it here is we're winding things down with our time is running out. But, Paul very much is thinking about the gospel. How does the gospel shape family relationships? Husbands and wives, fathers, mothers, and their children. And what he says here is really telling. He's saying, look, this relationship you have with your kids needs to be formative to their spiritual life and to their growth in the Lord. So you need to set it up that way. Bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. I was telling some parents recently they were concerned, are we good parents? Are we good parents? I was like, you brought your kids to church every Sunday, every week, and you're living out the Christian life in front of them at home. Yes, you're a good parent. Are you perfect? No. Do we all make mistakes? Yes. Do we have regrets? Yes. But there's something to be said about, I'm going to bring my kids to church every week. And they're going to hear the word of the Lord, and we're going to pray over our meals, and we're going to talk about the sermon, and I'm going to show them how to love, the way the Lord teaches us, and we're going to have these discussions at the house. I mean, that's good parenting. Better than anything else, like better than which school you send them to, and how well you train them for a job or a career, or what kind of sports you get them involved in. Forming them spiritually, or at least allowing the church to have a part of forming them spiritually. I mean, people say, well, we're the church, we're not the parents. But the church does play a huge role in the formation of a child's spiritual growth and development.
It's a covenant community, yeah.
Right. So get them to church,
That's
and
right.
let them grow there. And anyway, so there's a lot to this, obviously.
And Paul sets this against, don't do this, but do this. So he says, provoking your child to anger, that's obviously that's not the discipline instruction of the Lord. That's an unchristlike way of parenting, right?
Yeah, that's right. So any last thoughts on this? Because we are at 8:06.
I just think, shout out to Michael and Brooke Evans. They go to Flint Hill.
Yeah.
And friends of mine since we were kids, okay? So we grew up together. These two crazy kids got married, and all these years later, I think they are the most terrific Christian parents I've ever known.
Wow.
I aim to be like them.
Shout out.
I don't aim to be like Brooke. She's a mom. You know what I mean? But I do aim to be like her as a Christian.
Yeah. Awesome.
They just seem to strike the right chord.
Yeah.
They're just Christ-like. And, I just want to say, good job, guys.
How many kids do they have?
2.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, they're not even real parents.
Yeah, they
Only
don't
got
know.
2.
That's what
They
listen.
don't know. No.
No, they're fantastic.
I think Brooke coached Mary during COVID, so it was just like 1 month.
Squiggly curly hair.
Yeah, I mean, I
Brooke.
know she did, but I don't know that she would remember Mary. I mean,
Do you
it was
remember
like,
Brooke?
Yeah.
Isn't she wonderful?
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah. And we also want to shout out to our Club Long Suffering Friends, which we've got a few watching live now, and hopefully a few more later. But you guys are the ones that make this thing work. Don't forget
the deadly back arm page.
Yeah. Morris?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's good. Don't forget, and it's in the comments, the pinned comment, to go to the Rock Mountain Live new Facebook dedicated page. We need at least 100 followers there if we're going to broadcast live from that page, which is our goal. Within about 58 days or so, we want to get switched over to that. But we got to have at least 100 followers to do that. We need you to do that if you're so inclined, and we really appreciate you guys. Here we are at the end.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Which we've not discussed. Where are we going after Ephesians?
That is a good question.
Because there's only 6 chapters. I thought we were going to talk about slaves and masters today. I have a lot to
Now
say.
leave that for Jason.
I have a lot to say about that.
Well, we
Leave
have
that for Jason Ryan.
we have slaves and masters. Then we have armor of God, and then the sort of the conclusion, and that's it.
Tychicus or Tychicus? How do you say it?
Tychicus.
Yeah. Tychicus?
Tychicus. Tychicus.
Tachiasis?
Y is sometimes a vowel.
I like to call him Ty.
So, but yeah, we'll figure that out. Maybe next week we'll ask our viewers, is there a particular book of the Bible you would like for us to cover? We'll dig into whatever.
I'll leave you with this. Should Song of Solomon and Ecclesiastes be in the Bible?
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, come on. Of course.
They barely made it in,
Both of them. Yeah. And maybe we could do some topics. I don't know. I mean, we're not stuck in... This is our podcast, right?
I like the exposition.
I like the exposition, too, because you have to talk about everything that comes up. So,
I think we should go Titus.
yeah. Titus is good. We'll go Titus.
Not too long either.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was going to say do something not long, but
Let's do 3rd John.
you have all the time in the world.
3rd John. Just a few verses.
Do it one episode.
Thank you again for tuning in to Rock Mountain Live. We love you guys, and hope to see you back here next Friday, bright and early,
Right.
7 a.m. See you guys.
Yep.
Enjoyed it, Paige. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Maybe you were laid up sick in bed. Maybe you woke up and your goldfish was dead. You might be getting older and you just can't drive at night. There's a lot of reasons that you might have missed church, but you can still dig into the Word. So pull up a chair and open up your mind to Rock Mountain Live. Rock Mountain Live, it's time to thrive. Don't hit the snooze, we got good news.